Hello and welcome to the Fast Track Travel Clinic with me, Simon Calder. We'll start with Smita Sukumar from Sydney, who says,
Last July I booked a flight from Athens to Sydney via Abu Dhabi with Etihad. Sadly, for medical reasons, I was forced to cancel the trip. In my conversation with the airline's London office, staff were sympathetic and polite and advised me that I would be entitled to a full refund. But after 6 months and 6 calls to Etihad, I am at my wit's end.
I took up Smita's case with Etihad's HQ in Abu Dhabi, and I'm glad to say the airline has accepted it didn't handle the matter as well as it might. Etihad Airways apologises for the delay in responding to Dr. Smita and has agreed to reimburse her for the full amount, I've been told. An official letter should be on its way to you. No doubt you'll let me know if it doesn't arrive. Many of you have been in touch to find out about the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, which was grounded in January on safety concerns. Andrew McKenna is booked to fly to Mexico on the new aircraft with the British airline Thomson, but is worried that he might be switched to another plane.
It's as if I ordered and paid for a Mercedes. Would I be happy with a Renault Clio? No, and that's the same principle here. I paid for a flight on the Dreamliner. I understand it's not Thomson's fault, however no doubt any financial loss to Thomson's will be covered via compensation from Boeing. It's only customers like me that will lose out.
Andrew, I put your concerns to the airline and they say our priority is to ensure our customers go on their holidays. You have no right to cancel without penalty. Like every airline, they specify they may change planes for any reason and have contingency plans in place, including using alternative aircraft for our long-haul flights to Mexico and Florida if delivery is delayed. Next, CJ Osgar emails from what he calls a hot and humid Bangkok about his first flight in business class. He bought a round trip on Kenya Airways from Nairobi for nearly $2,200. But then his plans changed.
I wanted a refund on the return portion of my ticket. Kenya Airways says they calculate the cost of the outgoing portion as the same price as a return ticket. And so I won't actually get a refund.
CJ, when you cancel the inbound half of a round trip, it's standard practice for the airline to subtract the value of the air travel you have taken, which, as you've discovered, could be much more than half of what you paid. Kenya Airways says we charge the highest fare on the utilised sectors. I've seen their fare calculation and the one-way trip comes out at just 85 cents short of what you paid for a return. I don't recommend you pursue a claim for less than $1, but if your ticket is like the only business class trip I've bought, it should be valid for a year, so perhaps you might still get to use it. Finally, Keith Roberts got in touch shortly before the programme with a message headlined, "A warning to your viewers about Tegel Airport in Berlin."
Whilst I was checking my luggage in, at the desk there was a commotion. It seemed when a traveller was putting his case on the scales, someone distracted him from behind, and his hand luggage was stolen.
Thanks, Keith, for a very timely warning. The first rule of travel, never take your eyes off your possessions for a moment in an airport, a railway station or a border town. That's all we've got time for in this session at the Fast Track Travel Clinic, but whether you're seeking a business class flight or a bargain basement bed, just email fasttrack@bbc.com and I'll do my very best to find you an answer. From me, Simon Calder, bye for now and see you next time. Later, on the Fast Track Travel Clinic, you book a round-trip ticket but can only fly the first leg. How much of a refund can you expect? A clue, it's a round number.